How's it going, Sha?
Oh, it's going fine. I'm sleepy. But other than that, everything's fine.
Why are you sleepy?
I don't know. You know why? Because I told myself I would be active and I'm not really cut out for that. Like I
Okay.
or I'm out of practice, I'll say. Perhaps that's it. I did a set last night where I probably got on stage about I don't know, 11:30, 11:40, something like that.
Whoa.
Oh, well, the show started at, like it was supposed to start at 10:30, but in all correspondence with the producer, it would have the show time, 10:30, and then in parentheses, show usually starts later than that. And I'm like, "Okay, duly noted." But, I went to a movie and had dinner before I went to do my set because I was at my job and the set was in Manhattan, like a 10, 12-minute walking distance from my office,
Okay.
and I was like, "There's absolutely no need for me to go back to Brooklyn and then back out to Manhattan, so I'll leave work. There's a movie theater around the corner, I'll go see a movie. Um, there's a restaurant around the corner from that movie theater, I'll go see that. I'll run back by the office to pee, and then I'll go do my set." And that's precisely what I did. Worked out swimmingly. But
Look at
then,
you.
I woke up this morning and my body was like, "No, what are you doing? Mm-mm. You better get back in that bed." And I said, "I can't. I gotta take a shower, I gotta record. I got something to do tonight." And my body's like, I tell you, I am not moving fast. And that's where we are right now.
Yeah, yo. We get worried at this age, yo.
Yeah, we get so weary. I mean, and I'm in my teen years. So this is also I did I have a late night tonight? I did, yeah, I've done stuff, maybe the past, oh gosh, 5 days in a row, 5, 6 days in a row, I've done something at night or something long, and it just I've been busy
Okay.
doing things.
That's
Like,
good though.
yeah, that's good, out and about or whatever, but, my body is like, "When are you gonna stop?"
I didn't ask for this,
I
you
mean,
know?
this is fine, and I understand that, why you're doing this, and, great, but when does this stop? And, and the thing is, if I don't set up a time for it to stop, my body will say, "Well, you know what? I'm just gonna stop."
Mm.
And then I will have a day where I cannot get out of bed, and I gotta cancel all things. So,
You gotta listen. Damn, the
yeah,
body
you gotta
knows.
listen. So, my body was like, when are we stopping again?" And I said, "Okay, look, I have to go to the office tomorrow. I know that we have a thing tonight. We gotta go to the office tomorrow, but tomorrow night, we got nothing. And then the day after that, we got nothing till the nighttime. So,
Negotiating, yo.
yeah, like, if we can hold on until tomorrow night, and then the following day, we got nothing. And
We made
then
it, baby.
and then I'll give you Saturday night on top of that too.
Look at
We got
that.
nothing scheduled Saturday night, will be great, and nothing
Running the
Sunday during the
special, baby.
day. Yeah, come on. Look at
You
this.
know
Look
what
at
I
all
mean?
this time.
It's a sale, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw in this other day for you too, you
Yeah,
know?
come on. Look,
You
I'm
know
looking
what?
out for you.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna soak your feet. What else you want?
Yeah, I
You
know.
know?
It really is. My body is very like, "You said we were gonna do a face mask," and I'm like, "We are, baby.
I
Now
always treat you right, you know?
let me just," and it's because of that, that I'm, like, remembering to take off makeup at night because I'm like, "I promised I would treat you to an actual deep cleaning face mask, and, I keep fucking around, but Imma get today's makeup off.
There
How
we
about
go.
that?" I
There we
don't do
go.
that every day. We love to sleep in mascara. So,
I am noticing that like I have to like really be diligent about planning recovery. Like
Mm.
I definitely used to like, yo, there's a space in my schedule. I could do this, and yo, like my body's like, listen, homie, I need a day of you planning nothing, and you better
Right?
schedule that. And if you don't, to your point, like my body's like, I will. I'm gonna make sure I get it. I'm in
Right, yeah.
charge. I don't know if
I
you're
I don't
aware.
care what the brain is doing, but I tell you what your body's doing, not a damn thing.
Real talk. Like all your work better be possible from bed. Uh, you better not need a shirt for any of these things
Yep.
because you are not getting up. Like I like it, and like I think I always find everyone's like solution to it interesting, because like my I feel like as the older I get, the more like I'm willing to like try solutions that my doctor didn't tell me. And I don't know why I trust them, like so I've been tired and I'm trying to do more. So I've been experimenting with nootropics.
Wait, hold
You
on.
know what I
What
mean?
are nootropics?
So they're like a cool word for like vitamins and minerals that are
Okay.
brain specific. So
Okay, sure.
like caffeine is a nootropic. You
Oh,
know what I
well,
mean?
you will then notice that I am not drinking my normal ginger ale. I am drinking a vanilla Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I've had that in my fridge for a long time. It literally behind glass to break for emergencies.
I need you now. Oh
And
yeah,
I drink it like by the shot, literally in a shot glass, and I just
that's
go, "All
real,
right, let's go."
yo. Straight up, yo. You need them sometime, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's doing anything. I'm gonna be fully honest.
Mhm.
But like I want to like I'm convincing myself I feel better. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel more energetic. The package says energy. So that's what it's doing. Like, it's not sponsored, obviously, so I'm not like going to shout the brand and shit like that. But like, I'm trying like a whole like month of stuff.
Oh.
It's like I've been feeling like the workload that I normally do
Mhm.
wears me out more. So I'm trying to eat
Mm.
healthier. A, B, I'm trying to take these things to see. They say that they got like a few different blends. They sent me four of them to start. They
Okay.
what I said in like a very vague and general.
Yeah, right.
I'm like,
Are
oh
you tired? Yes. Who
yeah.
isn't? Try these things.
It's like, yo, B, I feel all this shit. Uh,
Right.
or who doesn't if they've gotten to this place. Like if this website, you have all these problems, of course. You know, you know, that's why I'm here, my G. You don't need to like reinforce that I'm tired, okay? I'm getting
Right.
more tired answering these questions. Maybe it's that. It's like a way of like working through your weaknesses. Like we want you to be so exhausted you'll just say yes at the end
Right.
to whatever we send you. Um but yeah, they send me these like four different blends and I'm supposed to try one for the week. And then at the end of the month, I'm like, yo, these are the ones that like worked best for me.
Hmm.
And they have like catchy, like branded nicknames. It's like clarity
Oh,
and like
sure.
energy, and it's like that.
Those
So
aren't
yeah.
branded nicknames. I think that's just what it's supposed to do for you.
Yeah.
It's supposed to give you
But it's like cute because like they come in these little like condom packs. You cut
Okay.
them open, and I've worked through to I'm on week 3, and every time I cut them open, the pills look exactly the same. Like I don't know what's different from clarity and energy and focus. All that shit look every packet. All the pills look the same.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
but I will say, like I think I feel like I've been more energetic, but I don't know if it's just me saying, yo, you paid $80 for this shit. You better feel better, you
Right?
know?
Okay.
But yeah, something's
Alright.
happening.
So, this I've got 2 things. This whole discussion has brought 2 things to my brain. 1, I am currently taking some company that caught me on a weeknight, um, on IG and just had the right combination of words. and I'm taking whatever's in their little capsule for menopausal weight gain, or so I thought at first.
Okay.
They're like, you take 2 of these a day, it's got all of these herbs, and their herbs are little names that are very close to a word that but they change a couple of letters. Like
Okay.
there's turmeric, but it's like tumeron or something, and I'm like, "What is that one?" But, so it's a lot of things like that, that's supposed to help, this one is supposed to be a probiotic, right? So, I guess it's supposed to do whatever it is that probiotics do. And, to help with, any sort of weight gain you get from menopause and other and I'm like, well, I have put on a couple of pounds, which would not be scary, except I was already at what I consider my high comfort threshold. So
Okay.
now I weigh a couple of pounds over what I think is comfortable. I don't like that. I just want to knock it back like 5 to 7 pounds and I'll be fine. And I've already tried like adjusting my diet and it's not working. So let's see. I'll try these things. So I got a 1 month supply. I'm gonna give you a month. And they tell you how to ease into it and then get to the 2 pill point. Great. Wonderful. Um, so I'm almost done with the first month. And now I get an email that's like, all right, so we noticed that you've been using this for a month. You may have noticed that you haven't really lost any weight yet. Don't worry. That's all, it's a process. It does take time. Usually you start to see results in about 3 months. And I'm like, well, ain't this about a bitch? Why didn't you say that? And then they're like, but we actually have another pill that's a prebiotic.
Oh,
Now that one's for the weight loss. I'm like,
yo.
"These motherfuckers." So, I'm like, "Well, toss one of those into the goddamn." So, I went 2 months of just probiotic, and now I'm on the 3rd month of pro and pre, and I swear to you, if I'm not 30 pounds lighter in 2 weeks, Imma be so angry. And then I thought, well, okay, so now if I'm double teaming it with a pro and a pre, guess who's going to eat just more sugar than usual? Me. Let's see how you really work. Let's see what you really do. You think you big and bad.
I'm
My
doing all the
diet.
work for you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. How are you going to say, take this and you'll lose weight? Also, eat extremely healthy, don't eat sugar, don't eat like I'm like, well, wait a minute. If I was able to do all the things you tell me to do with the pill, I wouldn't need the pill. Y'all tripping. This pill better be strong because don't nobody do all this.
Real talk. Is this
Yeah.
pill is this like a willpower pill? Like, is that
Yeah,
what it's
I don't
you know
know,
what I
and
mean?
I guess it's just to train me to remember to take pills, which I'm like, I already am on 2 medications. Like, I had to get my I got a much bigger pill box, one with
Okay.
an AM and a PM. I take them all in the AM, but I had a smaller one that just had one little section and there were too many pills. So I had to get one. The letters are all big on it and shit. I was like, "Look at this." But I'm
Oh,
glad the
yeah.
letters are big because I wear bifocals, so I guess Imma need these big ass guess I need a pill box that just yells "Tuesday" at me. So,
Yeah.
there's that. Now, the second thing that
Oh,
this
man.
the second thing this has me thinking of is the Panera lemonade. Have you heard about this lemonade?
Yes. Oh
And,
my god.
I mean, like, I think, like, 2 people. They should I don't wanna put Panera under the jail, but somebody should pay for, like that's too much caffeine for lemonade, and nobody do you know what I mean? For those I believe people should know, but basically Panera has a drink called a charged lemonade.
Yeah.
And all of the wording around Panera and, kind of the mindset a little bit for some people about Panera is like, Imma eat at Panera because it's healthier than
Yeah.
insert fast food place, when we know it's not, but, they have, like, a little grain of wheat in the side, you know what I mean? They have, like, a wheat chaff, and you're like, "Yeah, yeah, that's healthy." It's got, like, a grain in the logo. Um, but they have this they call it charged lemonade, and the lemonade has, what, like, 600 milligrams of caffeine,
Yeah, yo.
or
It's
is it
serious.
grams of caffeine? I gotta look that up. In comparison, a cup of espresso has like 63. And
Jesus.
espresso will fuck you up quick. So this stuff has actually, like, a couple of people have lost their lives because they are not supposed to. They had medical issues where they're not supposed to have something with that much caffeine, but it didn't, you know what I mean? Like, they're
Yeah,
like,
you
"It's
can't know.
lemonade." Lemonade, we all know, is just water, sugar, and lemon juice.
Yo.
So, anything else you add, that's on you, and you should let us know.
So,
But
like,
w
to give you, like, to kinda reference it,
Mhm.
brewed green tea, 28 milligrams,
Mm.
regular Coke, 34 milligrams, Diet Coke, 46 milligrams. Look at that.
Ooh, see, that's why people are addicted to Diet Coke. I live with a Diet Coke fiend, and that is
Yo.
why.
Yeah, and those are 12-ounce cans. I did the 20 normally. Let's see,
Yeah.
brewed black tea, 47, um, Red Bull energy drink, 80 milligrams per 12-ounce can.
Ooh.
Then we get to the pros here. Brewed black coffee, 96 milligrams.
Mm.
Monster energy drink, 16-ounce can, 160 milligrams.
Ooh.
Celsius original, 200 milligrams per
What
12-ounce
is
can.
Celsius?
It's delicious. I love that shit. I ain't gonna front. I, yo, real talk. That shit is fire.
Yeah,
Uh,
sounds like.
and topping them all, Panera's charged lemonade, 390 milligrams, baby. That's right.
Oh
That
my
shit is
god.
that shit is 4 times the uh the caffeine
And
that you
that's
get
and that's just a
from
regular sized one, right?
that's the large technically.
That's the
The
large?
regular
Okay.
would be it's at 270.
Oh, that's
That's
still
still 3 times a brewed black coffee
right.
or, 4 Red Bull energy drinks.
Yes. So here's the issue. There's no little dancing loaf of bread with, like, little spirals for eyes to let you know, "Hey, this shit is gonna fuck you up." It's just lemonade. So you go in and you order it, and then they have free refills, which I know
Mm,
New Yorkers don't, really get free refills, and you really have old Mayor Bloomberg to blame for that, but the rest of the country, when I tell you they fill their cups
straight up.
multiple times,
You
so
get
free
one to go.
refills is like free refills is even to go. It's a constitutional right in the rest of the country. New Yorkers, we make do with whatever we can. We buy a bunch of little tiny expensive cans of whatever. Meanwhile, in the heartland, they're literally just pulling up and they're like, "Hey, I bought this drink about 2 hours ago." And they're like, "All right." And they fill it up and they give it to you and you go. So, like, so
Passing down cups is legacy in your family.
yes.
We ain't paid for a drink since '87, young man. You're not an adult in this family till you've gone and asked for your refill,
I
okay?
mean, yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We used to be a real country where gas stations had their own branded, really nice quality cups, and you just held on to it, and you just brought that bitch in, and you filled it up, and then you just paid for the refills, and the refills are like 70 cents.
Yo.
And there are gas stations every 2 miles. There's a quick trip every 2 miles, and if you are sitting in traffic, you can clear that easy. So, like that, I am part of me is just like, "That is terrible." And I mean, Panera should pay,
Yeah,
for
real
that.
talk.
That's horrible. They definitely, if they want to have a little dancing loaf of bread, that's like bing, 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 all over the, just ricochet rabbit all over the place with little spiral eyes. They can have that. I'll let them have that. I won't even ask for money for it. They can have
Mhm.
that idea. Um,
Dropping gems
but
for y'all, yo.
but as a lemonade fan and connoisseur, really want to try that lemonade. I
Yo.
really want to try it. I won't. I won't because I have hypertension and I don't trust, I put my heart through a lot. My heart's been on a lot of dance floors and it's been through a few raggedy dudes. I don't know if I should just put charged lemonade in it. I don't think it's going to work the way I want it to.
I'm just saying, like, let me pick a battle. You know what I mean? I got one struggle I could do per day. You
Yes.
can't give me 390 milligrams of caffeine and 30 teaspoons of sugar. Like, yo, that's
Like,
wild work.
yo.
That's wild work, yo. Like, all the other drinks I mentioned, all of them are like 10 calories. Black
Right.
brewed coffee, 10 calories, no sugar. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's why I rock with the Celsius. It's 10 calories,
Oh,
no
it doesn't have
sugar.
much sugar.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like as a diabetic, I'm like, I ain't gonna get like a sugar spike, you know what I mean? And I get the high, but like you can't do the freaking caffeine and the sugar. That's wild, yo. Like my body don't know what to do for a reason. That's literally what happened to these old dudes. It was your
Yeah.
body's like, yo, I don't know where to send the resources. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how to fight this. You know what I mean? It's too
Yeah.
much.
That's an excellent point. But I don't drink a lot of soda.
Yeah,
But the soda I prefer tends to be caffeine free because I'm in it for the sugar. You
right.
understand? So I think a medicine dropper of this charged lemonade for me could last me for a month.
Mm.
It sounds like because I can't make through. I mean, I've been working on this bottle of vanilla Coke for a month. Luckily, I know how to close it tight, so the fizz is still there. But I've been working on this for a while.
Yo, I believe
So,
it. See, I'm the
oh,
opposite. I know I'm gonna want like to eat a piece of bread. Like I love
mm,
sandwiches, or like my mom or like Gabby's gonna make a pasta. So I can't waste carbs and sugars on the drinks. You know what I
mm,
mean? I need to clip all that, you know. And these poor old dudes, they went in there thinking, yo, I'm gonna get a salad, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I ate healthy. Let me get this lemonade.
Well,
And
these weren't even old dudes, these were, like, young people.
that's
They
crazy.
they both had, like, 2 people, have died as a result, and they both had some sort of medical issue, and from, allegedly, they both were, like, on top of, like, their medical issue, and they knew not to try certain things or whatever. And the way that people are finding out, I mean, before these stories happened,
Yeah.
the way people would find out is if they were with someone who, like, double checked, you know? I remember,
Oh.
like, I was watching a TikTok by a woman, or maybe it was a tweet where they were like, I had no idea, and my husband was like, "Here, let me check it because he's diabetic." And he looked at the stats and was like, no. This will kill me before we get out of the parking lot."
Yo. And yo, you know what's the simple solution?
Mm,
Treat it like the smoothies. You know what I mean? Keep certain drinks behind the counter. The unlimited refills, that could be the regular beverages. You want to do the charged lemonade? Cool. But I got to see ID before I give you that shit. You know what I mean?
you wanna
Like
ID people on the charged
straight up,
lemonades?
yo, keep that behind the counter, adults only. Let me see ID. It should be like the pharmacy at CVS. Like a bell should
No.
go off and like the doctor should talk to you. Hey, you are you taking anything? Okay,
I
I just
mean,
want to let you
I
know.
will, yeah, there should be a consult before you order it. I
Straight
believe
up.
that. There definitely needs to be a consult. And much like I think maybe they should check your blood pressure before just one of those chairs
What
that
else you
does with the
ordering today?
cuff. Yeah, like what else have you had to eat today?
Yeah.
Just let me see an insurance card. There should be a copay. Like something should happen before you just
Yo.
get that charged lemonade.
And yo,
So
and I got a whole thing with Panera Bread. Like I
oh, of course you do. What? That's so silly of me to think that you wouldn't have something like other opinions about Panera Bread. That's absolutely on me. Yes, please continue. That's
yo, like yo, they do so much shit that like fucks my head up. Like, because like they do this. Yo, Shot, that shit be frustrating me. Like all these green signs, it's a healthy place.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They're like, yo, get this green goddess salad. You know what I mean? You want a turkey based chili. You know what I mean? They
Okay,
try to
yep.
push this healthy shit, and like the whole time you're ordering, they got like freaking Cinnabons under a fan. Like they have all the greatest pastries in the world just blowing smoke in your direction while you in the line, like testing your willpower. It's right by the counter every time. Every
Really?
time. All the sweets in Panera Bread is the closest possible to these people trying their best to order good. You know what I mean? And you can't leave because you already went through the line. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They don't hide them in
wow.
the back. You know what I mean? Now, when you walk into that place, you do the line. That whole time you in line, you smell the most delicious baked goods in the world. You know what I mean? They're on this, and it's the only food that's on display. Everything else is you got to order it. They're going to make it for you. Not that shit. They made that in advance. It's there. It's ready, looking at you.
I
You know what
didn't
I mean?
realize that.
Yo, it's torture. It's wrong. It's wrong. Yo, it is so fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm over here
My
trying
man
to do the
said
right
it's
thing.
torture.
Yo, straight up. The audacity of this place to claim that they pushing health. You know what I mean? And all they pushing is convenience. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Every other place, you get a burger with fries that they made. They say, nah, fuck that. We gonna say it's healthy and just give them an apple because we don't gotta do shit. Okay? Just put the apple on the plate. That count like a side order, and we don't gotta waste time preparing the apple. You know who made the apple? Nature. God made that shit. And you know what I mean? And we take the credit. They don't do a goddamn thing in that place. You know? Yo, that should be pissing me off. I'm over every side order in that place is nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's apples, bananas, and then the when you ask for bread, they get mad because they gotta tear a piece of bread because it's work. They get heated. They're like, nah, I don't want the apple, I want the bread. And they gotta rip a fucking loaf of bread in front of you to demonstrate that, look, you made me do this, you know? And they fucking slam the bread on your fucking plate, like, here, you know what I mean? You non-apple eating person. The nerve of you, all right? If you wanted carbs, you should have ordered our Cinnabon like we intended to, all right? I ain't mean to give you this shit, you know?
Okay, at this point, I'm not sure if this is all Paneras or if this is the Gastor's local Panera.
Straight up, yo. I see that dude pull the bread out and he looked at me eye to eye, make contact while he tears it off. Like, look.
Yeah, see, that feels local and personal. That doesn't feel like
You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know if that guy's going to be at every Panera. Now, I believe it about the cinnamon rolls with a fan on them. I
Yo.
believe that, but I feel like the other the mean bread tearing feels a
Yo,
little like like on a based on location. It could
I'm
be
telling you, yo, it's wrong, yo. That place, yo, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm seeing too much, okay? But
maybe.
it feels personal, okay? If
Yo,
I'm
I
trying my
know.
best, I went in there with an agenda to eat right, and I'm over here dodging the scent like chocolate croissants and bear claws while I'm trying to order my damn salad. I'm over here trying my best, like not to splurge. Like, no, I don't want the light mayo on my turkey sandwich. I'm trying to
Right.
do right. And meanwhile, I
Right.
smell cranberry scones. You know what I mean? The whole time I'm ordering. You know what I mean? Like, where do you get off? Calling yourself a health food place with this delicious shit that could kill me being fed in my face the whole time I'm trying to order. You know what I mean? And they smile the whole time too. You want to put in your phone number for points? No, you trying to kill me. You know what I mean? You're trying to kill me. And they run all these coffee specials too. $7.99 free coffee for the month. And so they get you to come in to get some of these baked goods with the coffee because they know
Oh,
it goes together,
right. Yeah,
Nah, B.
coffee's bitter. You need something sweet.
I know you, Panera. I know you. You're evil. The word is out. People know now. Okay, this lemonade situation is the tip of the iceberg. You know, the truth will set you free, people. You don't need this place. It's
Oh my
evil.
god. Oh my god.
It's
Yo.
evil. It's delicious, I will admit, but evil. The orange
Okay.
scones are fantastic. Okay, but we don't
Um,
need them.
well, if you had down Gastor's Panera conspiracy theory on your bingo card, you go on and cross it off. It's a match. The free space. He gave you 5 strong points.
Oh man. Let's get into the news.
I mean, I guess. I feel like we've been on such a journey. Lord of mercy. I forgot we still had news stories to cover. Golly.
Oh man. Kick it off. The MTA installs new turnstiles designed to stop fare evasion. That's right. The traditional turnstiles at subway stations in Queens have been fully replaced with new wide aisle fare gates. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority announced on Monday, designed to increase accessibility and prevent fare evasion. The new fare gates were deployed at the Suffolk Boulevard, Archer Avenue, JFK Airport subway station in Jamaica. The fare gates replaced the emergency exit gate at the end of the station. More than half of all fare evasions occur through these emergency gates, according to the MTA. In
Mhm.
May, the MTA unveiled the design prototype for its anti-fare evasion turnstiles following the release of a report by the MTA's Blue Ribbon panel on fare evasion that found that, yo,
I'm
it's,
sorry. Anything that's not a state fair that has that uses the term blue ribbon is full of shit. Blue ribbons are for cows, pigs, goat, like real, like steer, for animals that have done the work. MTA did not do the work. And you can't just say, well, here's a panel and they say that people are jumping the turnstiles and we give them a blue ribbon. That's bullshit.
you didn't think these were the stances we were going to take today.
No,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Oh man, the panel found that the transit agency had lost $690 million in unpaid fares and tolls across the system in 2022.
Oh,
Uh,
come on.
yeah, approximately 400,000 daily riders, or 10 to 15% of riders, did not pay the fare.
That feels like a high percentage. I mean, that's probably true, but that still feels high. But hey, man, you still got the other 85 to
Yeah,
90. Like, what's the problem?
yeah. Like when I read that, I was like, that sounds like about the amount of people that we should be letting ride the train for free.
I
Like
mean,
that,
yeah,
right? Like that sounds like we're in New York. I would say 4 million people take the train, and
hmm
3.6 million of us are in a place in our lives where we can afford to do that, thankfully. And
right.
about 400,000 of us need help.
Yeah,
Help them. Boom.
yeah,
You know
fucking,
what I mean?
I know. Also, I saw the picture of, and they are the kind of gates, like it says here, the new fare gates feature wide aisles, making it easier for those with strollers, wheelchairs, and luggage. I don't know what I was saying was I don't know how anyone with a wheelchair lives in this city because
Mm.
it's very tough to and having to use like public transportation. It's extremely tough. I don't know how they're doing it, and I think these gate style turnstiles is a smart. It's smart to do that anyway for people who have, because I've seen people with strollers. Oh Lord, and I pray for them every time. It takes
Real
a
talk.
village to lift them things up and down the stairs. You gotta the literally, you're waiting on the kindness of strangers to help you
Yeah.
carry a stroller up and down the stairs, or like to hopefully open the gate, someone to come out the exit for you to go in, even though you scanned, it's not open, like, yeah, that's good for that. But if the MTA thinks they're going to break the human spirit of people who want to jump a turnstile or get in for free, they have not met humans.
Yo, at all. Real
Not
talk.
not
When
New
I
York
first
humans. Mm-mm.
when I first saw this announced, it was on like an IG post, and all the comics was like, I could jump that. I could jump that all day. That's nothing. You know what I mean? I'm in great shape. You know what I mean? And like other people was like, I'm older. I can still slide under that though. I'm
I
gonna try.
absolutely will slide. I can't jump over the current turnstiles now, but I have been underneath a few. I
Straight up.
wasn't because I wasn't trained to learn how to jump. I don't have the upper arm strength, but I have as a child in my formative years, I've been shoved underneath those turnstiles. And I have also had some issue. I don't just do it to do it. It's usually because my card scans, but the thing won't work. And then I try to
Mm.
scan again and it's like, you already scanned. And then I'm like, whoops, my card fell. I better go down and get it. Huh, I'm on the other side. It's magic. I don't know how I floated to the other side of that.
Listen, if they gonna do this, I
Mhm.
encourage New Yorkers to like leverage this extra space in other ways. You know what I mean? I would love to see a MTA only moving company in New York. You know what I mean? They don't say how many things you could push through, just how many people. So what if like one person is moving their whole apartment? You know what I mean? They're moving all their furniture from
Oh,
Brooklyn to Queens. You know what I mean? I want to see 7 sofas go through there and count as one fare. Like, yo, be my mattress. It's still one person.
you're
You know
going
what
to
I mean?
get a
Yep.
mattress through. You're going to get a
Real
mattress
easy.
through. Very
Real talk.
easy. Yeah.
I've seen sofas with the old turnstiles, with the new, with this shit. Yo, real talk. It's gonna be a game changer. Like
Yeah, yeah,
real
you
talk. I'm
definitely
bringing
could
all
get
my
like
shit through there.
bookcases and yeah, you could get a lot of things. A fridge, you could get a fridge through that.
Real talk. Like I think it's inviting that. Like they're telling New Yorkers, listen, the game is different now. We're gonna charge you one fare, but what you bring through that one fare is up to you. You know what I mean? Like what I saw is free parking. Real talk. Bring your
No,
car.
okay, but did you see the story about the guy who parked his car? I think he was a drunk driver, and he parked his car on the stairs leading into a subway.
I did not, but that's awesome.
It's very fun because he very carefully he just drove onto the sidewalk, and he just drove into the stairwell, the going into the subway, and then,
Oh,
like,
I love that.
carefully just like, "Ooh, this is kind of a bumpy little parking space," and then, like, put the parking brake on, and then just parked it there, and
Yeah, I got
people
a
were
meeting.
standing on the street like, "Yo, w hey, man," and he just nestled into the spot and then just sat there, and I believe it turned out the fellow was drunk, I believe, but,
Oh, I
yeah,
love New York, baby.
but with these new gates, if he had gotten it down those stairs,
Yo, it
he
counts.
probably coulda gotten it through that.
Real talk. Like what you gonna tell me? You know what I mean? Oh nah, it's not a car, it's a piece of art. You know what I mean? I'm taking it
True,
to my crib.
true.
That's it. I'm in. You know what I mean? Like what's the
Okay.
line? If I could take my bicycle down there, why can't I take my motorcycle?
Oh,
You
I've
know?
seen motorcycles for
That's what I'm
sure.
saying. So now if I could take my motorcycle, can I take my Mini Cooper? My Mini Cooper fits through that shit. You know what I mean? Real talk. Yo,
At least a
I'm
smart
so excited.
car. I will say at least a smart one of them little itty bitty smart cars can fit through it.
Real talk. And now we got like this is the opening, this is opening the possibility for a New York centric version of the Italian Job remake. Because now the cars fit through the door.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. America really loves its big cars.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the Mini
I mean, like,
Cooper.
granted, that guy didn't make it all the way down that stairwell because he was driving a large SUV. He was like in a
Yeah.
Pathfinder or some shit. But if he had been, I don't
In the
know, even
Mini
the
Cooper.
Corolla is bigger than it used to be. I mean, Mini Coopers they're a good size. Like they're kind of big.
Get a VB bug down there, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, you probably could one of the old school ones. What's this
I
gonna
believe
do for the emergency exits though?
they're gonna get taken out because they no longer need them. Right? Like it's as wide as the emergency exit.
Yeah, but what if there's an emergency?
They
Are we
work the other way. Like the
Oh,
other
do
way,
they
you're
flip
still coming
both
out.
ways? So
Yeah.
then can you just push it open or will it only open in the case of an emergency?
And that that's kind of what I'm curious about because like I could reach over and push towards me. You know,
Right.
I haven't seen, but that's my understanding that like they're the same ones used as the exit. when you're getting off the train. So you should be able to just push them open and walk out.
Well, no, that's not. I mean, there has to be a locking mechanism to keep people from treating them shits like saloon doors. So, but what happens when like someone is like someone's being chased and they got to get out fast and you just power through that emergency, you push that bar and you can run out and run on your way. But if you got to go through those gates and they're only opening, like, is there a, anywho,
Listen.
some young person will figure this out for us soon.
Real talk. This is the level of questioning that Panera Bread needed with their lemonade situation. You know what I mean? This is exactly what they needed. Somebody saying, "Hey, do we know if people can survive this?" You know what I mean? This feels like too much individually, and we're saying, "Nah, put it all together." You know what I mean? Put it out there. Oh man. In other news, a lawyer says the ex Jaguars employee has a gambling addiction. Attorney for a former Jacksonville Jaguar employee facing federal fraud charges said his client suffers from a gambling addiction that contributed to his alleged theft of more than $22 million from the franchise. Federal investigators allege Amit Patel manipulated the Jaguars' virtual credit card program to steal $22,221,454.40 during a scheme that began in September of 2019 and ended in February of this year. After an NFL investigation, he was doing it, low key,
that's a long time.
That's a good run, man. You should have cut your losses,
that's like
my G.
4 years.
Real talk. And 22 million is enough to get out the game.
Problem with gambling is you always think you can get a little bit more.
And like, if you have this job, you're getting paid well. Like, he was getting a salary. The 22 M's is extra. You know what I mean? Like, they was paying you 6 figures, my G. The 22 is the retirement fund. Oh my God. The losses were most significant in the final months leading up to the NFL's investigation. In a statement released Thursday, Patel's attorney, Alex King, said his client used the BCC funds to gamble on daily fantasy sports on FanDuel and DraftKings, and that approximately 99% of the misappropriated funds were related to gambling losses.
Okay, so he wasn't very good at gambling, which is also means nothing. You still can have a gambling problem and be bad. I dare say that's really how you realize you have a gambling problem.
How bad do you suck at sports betting when you have inside information? You literally work for one of the teams and you still can't win at bets, yo.
But can you? I mean, it depends on what his job was. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like if you're in charge of the credit cards for the whole sports team,
you're probably not good at the sporting part of it. Do you know what
fair.
you're good with numbers, or maybe not, or you know what I mean, but you're not maybe good at the sporting part of it.
But just
because you work for a sports team doesn't mean you know a lot about sports.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
I work at an art foundation. Ask me about art. Child, I don't know nothing. And I said that in the interview, and they were like, you just got to be willing to take the trash out. I was like, okay, I can do that.
Hell yeah,
so,
I'm ready.
So, I don't, I mean, that's possible. Okay, I have a question about these gambling sites.
Yeah.
That now, like, I guess something lifted, and now they advertise.
Mm-hmm.
Right? FanDuel and DraftKings and all that shit. I guess my question is, how is that right?
Yo, I don't know. I see the enjoyment of it. I have issues with it because of who's being allowed to run the sites. So like if it's a casino, I'm kind of like, all right, we kind of agreed to do this anyway.
Right.
I don't agree.
We knew what it was. We knew what it was. It's a casino.
It's a casino. My biggest issue with sports gambling sites is specifically ESPN. They have a sports gambling site, and they are the sports news. So I'm like, that's like
See?
the biggest conflict of interest. Cause like if they're like if they're putting out bets and controlling when the information that the bets are being based on are made, they can like significantly like affect lines. It could be like, yo, this guy got hurt. Report that in 3 hours after all these bets are locked in.
Oh
You know what I mean?
boy,
Like
yeah.
they could like really do crazy shit. So that like really like I don't agree with it.
Do
But yeah,
they
like
own do they own one? Do they own one of the
it's literally like ESPN bets. Like
Oh,
it started
wow.
recently. It's in 3 states now. But
Oh,
yeah, like the whole idea of it is like wow. And it was only because like on their own channel, the
mhm.
other sites were basically advertising. So they're like, shit, like we
We
should
should
just
get
make
in
our
on
own.
this.
You know what I mean?
That's just so ugly. It really does. I know
Yo,
I'm making a few leaps when I say this, but it really does feel like end days right now. Like the
yo,
idea of ESPN owning literally sounds like something out of an early aughts David Fincher movie. You know what I mean? Like how is that? I mean, y'all talk shit about Fight Club, but we here now. You know what I
yo,
mean? Guess
real
what?
talk.
Guess what? And
It's happening.
I don't know if that analogy holds up, but I swear it does make sense to me.
What was it? His name was what?
Robert Paulson. Okay, I won't say more. Anyone who's been listening to this podcast for a lot, you had to catch it in the beginning, know that I'm a huge Fight Club fan, but I don't talk about it much because we're all supposed to hate it. But I found it very entertaining. So,
If you would like Shalewa's Fight Club dissertation,
oh
you
boy,
know what
I
I
got to write one, but I can do that for you.
mean? All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't realize Shalewa got a doctorate in Fight Club. Okay, real talk.
Honestly, I kind of do. I gotta brush it off, but yeah, I can talk about that shit. I mean, it's gonna be in a very shallow way. It's not gonna be deep. If you're a film person, I can't. I don't know if I can with you, but if you don't know anything about movies, I'm your girl.
Real talk. 5 stars, you see it, okay? It's going to be incredible knowledge. She's going to point out obvious things that we've learned 20 years ago that were really surprising at the time, like about the
Yes.
big penis at the end of the movie and other stuff like that. Yeah. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout out to Sweet to Lori McDaniel. With all that said, I am the admittedly also a big fan of Fight Club. I'm gonna go rewatch it now. It's a little it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I gotta
Yeah.
do it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was
That bleakness, when you watch it again, you'll go, man, it's bleak in here. And then you'll look out the window and go, huh, well, would you look at that?
you know what I
ESPN
mean?
has its own betting thing. Like,
I remember watching it and I was like, oh, this is why like all of my like friends are trying to like pull off this jaded skinny look. I get it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, that's why. Yeah, it was a rough time in fashion, but it was,
We doing it though, you know what I mean? We smoking to look cool. Uh with, you know what I mean, Professor Shalewa Sharpe. You know what I mean? Fight Club 101.
yes, that's a bit. It goes no deeper. All my classes are 101 level. I dare say they're in the 90s, but
With Fight Club Remedial.
yeah,
Shalewa
absolutely.
Sharpe, you know what I mean? This has been a bloodbath of an episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.